Flav City family, what is up? It is Art and Bobby at a bonkers Aldi on the north side of Chicago right now. We got here when the doors opened at 9 a.m., but of course people are doing prep right now. They're getting all their stuff to stock up just in case a pandemic happens, but we wanted to come anyway because I was here with Art a couple weeks ago and we saw a ton of new stuff and stuff that's really healthy, next level items that I wanted to share with you guys. So big props to Aldi. They gave us their love, their permission to film here today, and just happens to coincide with some major pandemic stocking, but that's not gonna stop us at all. So before we get going, you know the drill. Like, subscribe, share, all those lovely things, but the most important thing is a bell icon right below the video. We have so much content going live every single week, and I think, I haven't told Art yet, for the next month or so, we might up the content because a lot of people are going to be staying home and they might want some quality content to watch. So if you want to see that, please leave a comment down below, let us know. All right, let's go straight to that corner because there's some amazing stuff in the Aldi Find section. Here it is, check it out, literally tucked in the furthest corner of the store is what I think is probably one of the healthiest items here, and it's cabbage. But it's not just any cabbage because it's fermented, because there's no vinegar, it's naturally fermented cabbage. So what does that mean? I talk about it a lot. Naturally fermented means that if you look at the ingredients, there's not going to be any vinegar. And while vinegar is not a bad ingredient, what the lack of the vinegar means it takes more time, but this will age. It will get that nice fermented flavor, and natural probiotics build in here, which is great because it's good for your gut bacteria. We talk about this a million times. I really believe the key or the backbone to your health is having a healthy gut. 80% of the cells that make up your immune system live in your gut, which is why you want to eat gut-friendly foods like this. Now, probably the most exciting thing is look at this price, Art. It's $1.99 for 32 ounces. This is literally more than half off most grocery stores. Now, the only thing I don't love is that they're putting a couple preservatives in there like benzoate and bisulfite, but I'm okay with that because this is by far one of the best items here at Aldi, way better than, in my opinion, the stuff from the middle shelf. And my gosh, this is so crazy. Now, I do get a lot of questions on the Flav City Instagram story. If you're not following me, head over there. Every single night we make stories of what we're doing for dinner. It's a lot of fun. My dad comes over. It's a blast. People say, Bobby, how can I cook this? How can I make this? What can I do to it? You can't cook it because I said there's live and active cultures in here, right? Beep, beep. And if you do that, you're going to kill the bacteria or the live and active culture. So what I do is I treat it like a salad. I'll just put some salad dressing on there, maybe a little bit of olive oil and some lemon juice, and that's it. But you can't cook it, otherwise you kill some of the bacteria. What else is here? Because I did see some other good items. So I like to make my own guacamole at home, but if you can find this, it's good for on the go or for the little kiddies to take to school. You just gotta make sure the ingredients are good, and wow, bravo Aldi, look at this. Avocados, real lime juice, not citric acid, which can be a little kind of astringent. And look at that, sea salt and jalapeno peppers. Price, $2.29 for 12 ounces, easily. Other brands can go above that, especially something I think of like Holy Guacamole, but always look at the ingredients. Sometimes they'll put too much acidic stuff in there, like lime oil, citric acid, like I said, and while they're not bad ingredients, they really are too acidic and overpower that delicate flavor of the avocado. So I love this. I would scoop that all day. Oh my gosh, look at this. This is one of the things I saw the other day when I was here with Art, and we had to come back and film. So this is Aldi brand organic matcha tea with toasted rice. USDA organic. Now, a lot of people see that and they're like, yeah, how do we know they're not cheating, Bobby? This seal is worth its weight in gold. If you cheat under USDA organic, oh boy, they're gonna get you. You can't do that. All right, so we have, of course, the organic green tea. We have organic popped rice, and then a little bit of citric acid. Are they adding any sugar to this? No, 0 grams of sugar. So this is such an interesting drink that I'm gonna try right now for the first time because I love tea and I love toasted rice flavors. And it reminds me, I think, of the flavors when Dessi and I 10 years ago went to Tokyo and we're crushing Ito-En all day to help with the jet lag. This is great because matcha tea actually has a higher nutritional profile than green tea leaves because matcha tea is the whole tea leaf ground into a powder and then dissolved in water. It actually has much higher antioxidants, and Art, waiting for you to complete the sentence, it has more chlorophyll.
More like borophyll.
Thank you, Billy Madison reference, than any other tea. So matcha with the brown rice, toasty, nutty, earthy. Cheers to life. Wow, that's really, cheers to Vita Life, only by Aldi. You guys, this is virtual insanity. I cannot believe how crazy it is at the grocery store, but this haul will live on because we're gonna go to my favorite beef. And I've talked about the Aldi grass-fed beef before, but in case you're new to the channel, which I know a lot of you guys are, I'm gonna show you what I think is head and shoulders the best beef here in the grocery store. And it's right here. It's the Aldi 100% grass-fed and grass-finish and organic on top of it ground beef. It's 85-15, meaning it's 85% beef, it's 15% fat, and ready for the best part? Look at this. This is one of the lowest prices in the universe on grass-fed beef. The only one who hasn't beat is Costco. It's $3.28, but they're frozen burger patties. This is fresh beef, never frozen. This is great. I've talked about it so many times, but just in case you don't know, the reason why you want grass-fed beef over, in my opinion, something like grain-fed beef is because the nutritional profile is better, right? It's a healthier saturated fat. It has higher omega-3 fatty acids, the ones that are really good for you. It has higher conjugated linoleic acids, which are responsible for a whole host of health properties, and it's better for the environment. I love this with a passion. The only thing I love more fat, so I wish it was 80-20, but I don't care. And I've heard from some y'all who send me DMs on Instagram and emails that some Aldis have the family pack, and it's probably like 3 or 4 packs. So Gretzky, denied, look at that. 3 or 4 packs for like even cheaper than $5.29. If you have that at your Aldi, scoop it for sure. I think I'm gonna buy a few of these because you can tell people are prepping for the pandemic because there's only a few left. I have that big old chest cooler outside. I'm gonna put a couple of these in there, scoop that. This is amazing. All right, it's time for some Linda Richmond coffee talk here. We have a whole video about coffee, and coffee is the most popular and one of the most expensive agricultural products in the world, but it's also one of the dirtiest because they can spray it a lot. But Aldi, y'all, has one of the best coffee selections I've seen for a grocery store at unbeatable prices. So check this out, Art. I immediately would go for this bag right here. This is the Simply Nature, organic, and more importantly to me, single origin from Honduras. Single origin means a lot because when you know the origin, you know exactly where it comes from. And that usually will tell you it's gonna be superior beans. Whereas if you grab a blend, like this right here, we'll say it's an Arabica coffee. This is not a location. That's a type of bean. And my problem with buying blends is oftentimes you don't know where they're from. It can be varying quality. When you have a single origin, you know exactly where they're from, and they're usually superior beans that aren't maybe overripe and moldy or underripe and green. And here's the deal. You don't really have to buy organic. We talk about that in the coffee video you can watch after this. But it's better for the environment because this is heavily sprayed. But keep in mind, coffee beans are protected by the cherry, and it's very, very hard, and it protects the bean from any spray. So while it's not bad for the actual coffee bean, it is horrible for the environment. So this is $5.29 for 12 ounces. Check this out. But go to your left. Look at this. If you don't want the organic one, you can get this single trade for $4.49, and it's still, right? Single trade, it's just not organic. But
Single origin.
Thank you. It's still single origin, it's just not organic. But for 12 ounces, for $4.49, that is winning. Whereas Linda on Coffee Talk would say, I'm getting a little verklempt at these prices. This is amazing.
Talk amongst yourselves. I'll give you yet a topic. Flav City is neither Flav nor a city. Discuss.
That was gold, Art. Whoa, ladies and gentlemen, this is not a drill. I repeat, this is not a drill. The eagle has landed. They finally have the zero net carb bread in stock. And you know it's a hot item when it says limit 4, please, because people were buying this stuff out and putting it on eBay for quadruple the price. So let's talk about it, right? This is the world famous zero net carb wheat bread. How do they make it zero net carbs? Well, because the total carbs up here are 9 and the fiber is 9. But let's just see how they do it, right? So they're using wheat starch, they're using wheat gluten, but then they're putting a ton of fiber in there. So it backs out all the carbs. Not my favorite oil, soybean oil in there. I'd love to see like expired pressed at least. I'd love to see an extra virgin olive oil and a couple preservatives. But here's the deal. Listen, if you're looking for zero net carb bread or keto bread, this is by far the cheapest bread on the market. I routinely see ones that are $9.99 a loaf. Guys, we're talking about $3.49. That being said, right, I'm not gonna say anything bad about this bread. I just wish they used a better oil, right? We see soybean oil there. I would love that it was expeller pressed, and I love that it's non-GMO, and I don't see that it's non-GMO or organic here. So probably not something I would get, because I also, when I do the keto diet, which we do keto paleo at home, I don't do any grains. So even though they're backing out all of the carbs with the fiber, I don't want to put wheat starch and wheat gluten in my body. But if you want the best low carb bread here at Aldi, it's going to be this. That being said, if I were going to eat a grain, I'd probably go for right next to it. We have the favorite bread that I've talked about many times. Knock your sprockets off, for another SNL reference. Knock your sprouts off. Because why do I love this? Well, number one, it's reduced sodium, and we talked about this yesterday in the reduced sodium video. It's good to have that kind of option, but every ingredient is sprouted. When you sprout grains, there's more nutrition that your body derives, and it's easier on your body to digest. Now, it's not low carb. I understand that, right? See that? But it is the most nutrient-dense bread on the planet. Any kind of sprouted bread is. So this is the bread I would get. But hey, if you're low carb keto and you want a really budget-friendly bread, go for it. I just want to let you know what the dealio is. All right, this is a super interesting find, and it says Aldi find, but Art and I have seen it here for at least 2 weeks now. It's ghee, but it's not just any ghee, it's flavored ghee. So here's a side-by-side. This is the ghee they always have here, and actually it's very Bobby approved. And the first time back in the day when I did a haul here, I said it wasn't, because I couldn't see the fine print. See that? You guys gotta put grass-fed on the front here. That's the biggest selling point. I do have to email them and see if it's 100% grass-fed, but look what's in the Aldi find now. It's the same ghee, but with one of the best salts on the market, Himalayan pink salt. It still says in very small print, grass-fed, and that's it. Pink salt and cow's milk fat. So this is amazing because number one, you're taking what I consider one of the healthiest, yes, I said the healthiest saturated fats on the market, combining it with the healthiest salt on the market into a product you can cook with that has a high smoke point, meaning it won't burn, and the flavor of ghee is OMG. It is delicious, right? How do they make it? Well, it's very easy. You can make it at home, but in case you wanna know, you basically put 2 sticks, 3 sticks of butter over medium heat, and as you slowly cook it, the milk solids separate from the milk fat. The cool thing is, what lives in the milk solids? Casein and lactose, which is why it says here, free of lactose, casein, well, gluten. I would hope my butter doesn't have gluten, but if you're intolerant to lactose or casein, you can have this because it's burned away. So it's really the best of all worlds. Now, pink salt is one of the best unrefined salts in the world because when you have a typical table salt or a white kosher salt, it's bleached, refined, and processed. And they take all the trace minerals in there, like potassium, magnesium, calcium, and they bleach it away. Pink salt doesn't do that, which means not only does it have a better flavor, it's better for you because it doesn't spike your blood pressure as much as regular table salt. This is amazing. Or the regular ghee is amazing. They do have a garlic flavored ghee here. I probably wouldn't get that in my opinion because it has natural flavors, but hopefully they'll get back to me with an email to find out if this is 100% grass-fed, but wow, wow, wee wow. That is super cool. Let's hope the Aldi find doesn't go away by the time you get to the store next week. All right. That is it, you guys. We're gonna take advantage of this time at Aldi. As soon as this video is done, we're gonna film 2 more that hopefully will come out the next couple days, and then hopefully we'll increase the content to hook you guys up with more quality content when you're staying home because of what's going on. Like, subscribe, share. These videos are a beast to make, and Art, it's pretty much the only way the channel grows, right?
Pretty much.
Spreading the love, right? We got 2 more videos going below us right now, but Art and I will see you soon. From a crazy Aldi on the north side of Chicago, we leave you like we always do. Hashtag keep on cooking, mad love, and peace.